Welcome guys. There are a ton of keys to bind in PUBG, and for the most part it doesn't really matter what you bind them to as long as you can reach your keys fast and consistently. But there are some really clever and important key binds, double key binds, and even keyboard tricks that you should know about, as it'll give you that slight edge in some situations. One of my favorite and most important key bindings is binding my seat swap keys to the same keys that I lean with, which in this case is E and Q. That means if I lean to the right, I will then also swap to the right seat, and vice versa, leaning to the left swaps me to the left seat. This is super intuitive and is a perfect double binding. And while on the subject of leaning, there's a super clever trick to make this standard Q and E keybind more comfortable for your fingers. If you simply swap your Q and E keys, so you now lean left on E and right on Q, then leaning while moving into the side you're leaning into goes from an uncomfortable finger position to a very comfortable and more relaxed hand position. It takes a few games getting used to, but it could be worth it for you. And here, the very observant viewer would have noticed something weird about my tab key, and that is indeed true. I have done a little thing here where I've taken my tab key, placed it over here on my arrow keys, and then placed my arrow key on my tab key. And the reason for this is that when you're leaning while shooting, which you do a ton in this game, then you might accidentally hit your tab key. So if I do a quick left lean while moving left, I might accidentally hit a tab key, which is gonna be right there. But now this spacing between my tab key and my Q key will prevent me from an accidental key press here. There's also another popular seat swap key that will auto swap you into the driver's seat when you start accelerating while in a vehicle. The trick is to alternate bind your seat 1 key to either W or Shift W. That way you automatically swap to the driver's seat every time you try to accelerate while in a vehicle. The most important move in keybind has to be the separation of vaulting and jumping. Do not have these on the same key, as you might accidentally vault when you want to jump, or jump when you want to vault. Not fixing this will get you killed. I recommend using space for jump and V for vault. And you definitely don't want any accidental key presses. So another bonus tip here is that if you own one of these keyboards from SteelSeries, like the Apex Pro I have right here, by the way, use the code WACKY12 on SteelSeries.com for 12% off if you buy any SteelSeries product, then you can actually, within the software, adjust the sensitivity of each individual key. So keys that you sometimes accidentally press, you can make these only actuate when they're fully pressed down, but also you might have keys that you want to actuate as soon as you touch them, and there you can just make the keys super sensitive. Your ADS and aim keys must be separately bound in PUBG. And the main reason for this is that having the keys in their standard configuration, where clicking your right mouse button gets you into aiming and holding it gets you into ADS, or vice versa, will cause your ADS time to be slower. The reason is that the game needs a bit of time to figure out if you're holding or just clicking the button. I recommend having your ADS key on the right mouse button and your aim key on one of your thumb mouse buttons, both keys in a hold configuration, as this requires fewer clicks and will therefore technically be faster. And also for the mouse, there's an easy way to always let your teammates know which direction you're shooting in. By simply binding your mouse 1 key to the quick marker feature, then every time you fire your gun, a marker will be placed on the top of the screen compass, which will show your teammates which direction you're shooting in. And those were 8 important keybind tricks that I hope will help you with your PUBG gameplay. Thank you for watching the video. Make sure to subscribe for more, and I'll see you guys next time.